Ever wonder whether you deserve to do work that makes you happy? Whether or not you deserve to do work that you find fulfilling? And do you ever think about like how much privilege and access you have and how much other people don't have those things, and so for you to even want to like pursue something more than what you have is just selfish? Well, if you think that way, I want to call you out right now because that is some bullshit. Okay? 6 years ago, when I got my first high paying corporate job, I decided I was going to treat myself. I decided I was going to buy myself a brand new bicycle. And so I went to the bike store and I test rode a few bikes. And there was one that just felt great when I rode it. I felt powerful and it was super smooth and it had all of these areas that you could attach things to. It was like a touring bike, and so I felt like I could really grow into it, and it was a bike that I could use for a really, really long time. And so I didn't even look at the price tag, and I just said, I want this bike. And I ordered it and I went home. And when I came to pick it up a couple weeks later and I saw the price tag, I started freaking out because I was like, oh my God, this is the most expensive object I've ever purchased. And like, who am I to, like, I don't deserve this bike. This bike is too good for me. And I felt this sense of like guilt and dread and just like, oh, what have I done? And I just like, I bought it because because it was a custom build. And so I took it home and left it home for months. I didn't ride my new bike for months because I didn't feel like I deserved it. Until one day, I realized how silly that was. I realized that the bike sitting there collecting dust was the true waste. That was what was really unfortunate about the situation. Not the fact that I didn't deserve it, but that it was just sitting there, not being ridden. And so I just decided, like, who cares if I don't deserve it? Like, this bike should be ridden. And so I decided to get on it, and I took it out, and I got hit by a car. I got hit by a car, not super hard that I got really injured, but I fell over, and the bike got a bunch of scratches on it. And I realized, like, in that moment, I'm like, now I have to keep this bike because I've messed it up. I can't return it now. I don't even want to sell it. Like, now it's my bike and I should, I just need to keep it. And I decided in that moment that I'm going to ride the hell out of this bike. That it's my bike now. I don't care if I deserve it or not. This bike needs to be ridden and I will ride it. And from then on, I started taking it everywhere. I rode it all over the Bay Area, went bike camping, rode it up mountains, took it on ferries. Like, I just took it everywhere with me. And it became a way that I felt really self-assured, like I had agency, like I could go anywhere and I wasn't dependent on like gas or anything like that. I could just go anywhere I wanted to, and it gave me the sense of freedom. Last year, it got stolen. And when I realized it was stolen, I was shocked. And I looked for it, I filled out a police report, I tried looking everywhere for it. And, when I would walk around the city, I would just look at bikes and be like, maybe it's that bike, maybe it's, I would just constantly be having an eye out for it because I missed it so much. And when it finally dawned on me, like, it's not coming back. And I was saying goodbye to it in my mind. I've thought about all of the wonderful memories that I had with it. And the feeling of just freedom and joy and connection to the road, to nature that I had when I rode it. And I was just filled with gratitude. I was just grateful to have had the chance to experience what I had experienced with that bike. None of us know how long we have in this life. The gifts you have and that passion you have to do purpose-driven work, to do mission-driven work that helps other people who have less, that gift is like the bike that you are keeping in the basement and not riding. It's the bike that you don't think you deserve to ride, but it's just sitting there collecting dust, and that no one is being helped if you don't get on that bike. So if you're still not sure whether you deserve to do work that you love, just think about, like, I want to actually reframe that and say, not only do you deserve to do work that you love, but you're obligated. It's your responsibility to bring your gifts into the world. And guess what? The world really needs those gifts right now. So, get on that bike and ride the hell out of it. Ride it when it rains, ride it when it's tough. You're gonna get flats, you're gonna fix those flats, and you're gonna keep going. Ride that bike into the wind every day. Thank you.